Add lip reading or something out of this.
All right, guys, we're dropping into game 1 of this match between 07 and V0R. We'll see you there. The rocky shores of the North Sea comprise the setting for a titanic clash of enemy fleets. This is North. North is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. Cap A on the left is the most open and accessible on the board. There are plenty of ways in and out for destroyers and not many places for radar cruisers to hide nearby. As the smallest capture area on the board, the most common access to Cap B comes from due north or south, but there is a small access via a channel between the islands on the eastern edge. Further to the east, Cap C has a single island within that can provide some cover for ships attempting to capture, but there's enough island cover nearby to conceal radar cruisers from multiple directions. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play North. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 1 here of this International Day 1 event. 07 versus V0R here on North. 07 coming to the dance with double Montana, Des Moines, Venezia, triple Petro. Didn't see much of that on an A. We're going to see it here today because of no ship bans and a pair of Smolens.
That's right. Meanwhile, V0R with double Ohio, and we've got double Petropavlovsk, Des Moines, Goliath, Marceau, Kleber, and Smolensk. Interesting lineup for V0R.
Very interesting.
It's almost like a very utilitarian lineup.
Already, if you're 07, you're looking at the triple destroyer and thinking, if I can pick one of those off, that is a huge, huge victory, right? That could be big points.
I'm also wondering if V0R is going to send that Kleber to the safe spot, the relatively safe spot on C-Cap early. It's got the speed. It can make it there.
I suspect they will because, well, whether they do or not, I'm not sure. You see how far back 07 is playing. We see 07 doing something very similar to what Enough did in their first game on North. They're playing well back of the caps, back on the C line, looking like maybe they're going to push all this firepower over to the 9 line. I'm just not sure.
And it's very interesting that you mentioned that because we know 07. We know that they're watching the competition. We know that they're watching all these different streams. And we know that they saw Enough play.
Well, but they're not playing against Lair, they're playing against V0R. So you can't assume that the teams are going to make the same strategic decisions. It's a completely different region, a completely different team.
Of course.
Polycat Smolensk slowly creeping over towards the top end of A. Torpedo's already coming in on him to see if he spots these early, quick enough to dodge them. These are the speedy little Smolensk torps, but they're on a really good line to do some bad things to him. Nope, he's going to skitter out in front of them. He's going to skitter out in front of them. He's going to be fine.
Yep. No rudder input needed.
Meanwhile, Reformed Gamer kind of sitting on the top end of B, perhaps waiting for some vision. He caught a brief glimpse of the Des Moines that was on the bottom end of the cap, so he knows there's a radar nearby.
Look at where the Kleber went. Buki went south of C. He did not go to the safe spot.
Already on the 9 line. It's interesting to see V0R bring these speedy destroyers and not get on caps right away.
Right. I guess because they figure once they're on the cap and they get the cap, they have to be able to get out of it. And you're kind of trapped if you're not careful. Maltese taking a decent chunk right there.
Perhaps.
Into Venezia.
Few minutes gone here, 3-4 minutes into this game. V0R slowly ticking up the A cap on the strength of Renegade Smolensk, who has reversed into the top end of the cap. We see their Dark Temple popping a radar to pick up Pulley's Smolensk on the top end of the cap and drive him off. He takes a little bit of chip damage from Maltese's Venezia behind Pulley, but nothing big. V0R is going to pick up A. Yep, Pulley's lit by radar at the moment. He's playing some little rudder games. He's going to take some damage. That was inevitable, but he dodged quite a bit of it there initially. Now
Renegade.
Now his radar goes up. He gets a counter radar on Renegade. Pushing Renegade off the cap. Renegade took a big hit from somebody. I think it was... I'm not sure who it was. You know what, Zaf?
It was Maltese's Venezia.
No, actually, it might have been Williams, Montana. I thought it was an HE salvo.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
No,
Look
me
at his
neither.
position.
Both teams make an early play for A, but neither team coming up with it, as Maltese taking quite a bit of early damage, forced to back way off the cap here. We see now the 07 setting up for this push down the 9 line, led by MF Jones's Petro, backed up by Doubles Montana, flanked out wide by John the Ruthless's Petropavlovsk, pushing into Twinkle's Kleber and Buki's Goliath. Which, by the way, they can't see right now. They have no idea those ships are there.
Twinkle is about to make his presence known, I feel. And, you know, he's just... There's the radar.
Yep,
Jones is picking him up
Jones
now.
pops up an info radar. They got eyes on Twinkle now. Does look like Renegade is going to bag A. There he goes. He does get it.
Yep.
He took some blind fire right there at the very end, but it wasn't enough to get the reset. He did get some damage, though.
Yep, half health now.
Yep.
So it's a 3-on-2 showdown here on the 9-10 line.
Well, and you know what 07's going to do, right? They're going to try and push these guys into this gap and pick up C, but they've got to try and kill this Goliath and this Kleber first in order to give them the flexibility in the room to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Goliath's going to suck up a lot of damage. This is going to take them a while, I think. Six minutes gone. V0R ticking up just the A cap on the strength of their early advantage. Pulley taking a torpedo there.
Yeah, I just saw he got chunked.
Yep. Caught just a glimpse of it as I was moving the camera back over. He's got more torpedoes coming in from port. He gets double radar there. Potentially a bit of a mistake. Yep. Both Asphodelos and Dark Temple put their radars up. They're pushing Pulley back now as they're trying to land shells on him. They know his DCP is down. V0R working really well with the focus fire here. The Venezia shells not doing anything to Renegade in that salvo. Pulley now going out here, looking bad. 1,200 and falling. More shells continuing to come in.
Yeah, this is...
They got him.
Wow.
One torpedo, couple of radars. They got a sticky fire on him. They kept him lit, and out he goes.
That's huge. That means 07...
That's a huge kill. 07 needed to do the reverse of that. They needed to pick up one of the V0R destroyers, and they didn't do it.
Nope. Meanwhile, Kleber is doing the best he can to keep 07 entertained on the 9-10 line.
Now, they did rotate Reformed Gamers Smallland over into C, so they're at least ticking up a cap now as well. So they're down a ship. They're doing a really good job working on Miani's Ohio there in the backfield, Zath. He's taking quite a bit of damage as well early on.
Yeah, he's at 2/3 health. Diva now spotted in that little channel. He's going to be forced to beach. BFK's got a salvo coming in. Dank is trying to get a shot.
Diva took a decent hit there. I think that's BFK's salvo hit him.
Yes, that's BFK.
BFK's got more shells going in.
Dank just hit up 4th Chronicles with some HE.
Big hit.
Ooh, nice
big hit on Diva, and look at this. Business is going around the corner trying to catch him. He's going to miss.
Not going to happen.
Nope. Diva pushes his engines forward. But the guys on the 9-10 line have shots on Diva as he tries to peel out of there.
There's the receiving end. Oh, no. Jones broadside, though.
Yeah, and Jones had HE loaded there instead of the AP. They need this kill, Zath. This is a mistake. They have to punish it. They get a few shells over the island. Diva's getting an angle. 6,000. More shells coming in. They know they need this kill. They've got to pick him off.
They want it.
They can still see him for the moment. Trying to get him to light on fire. Anything they can get in him. 2K.
Meanwhile, the double destroyer on 4 is picking up B cap.
Yep. They're going to lose B, but they do pick up the Des Moines. That evens things at a kill apiece. 07 probably glad to take the grab the ship kill while they could get it. They can pick up the cap later. We see there's a bunch of radar going up around B. They do now have eyes on the Smallland pair, but it's not in time. They just need to get some damage into these guys while they're spotted. Lots of shells going in.
The time it took to kill that Des Moines meant that BFK and 07 wasn't able to react to the destroyers in B cap. So
Yep.
they might have lost to Des Moines, but they gained the cap as a result.
They
Avoided.
did, but I mean, we've seen this many times. 07 is happy to trade ships. Let me rephrase it. They'd rather pick up the kill than worry about the cap. The caps tick up slowly, whereas ship kills turn games around much quicker. Both teams trading health well. 07 on about a 50,000 HP advantage here as we cross the halfway mark of the match. Firmly in control of C, trying to find their way into either A or B to see if they can turn things around or steal a kill somewhere. Reformed Gamer making knots now like he's going to go back over to A to try and pick up A. Let's keep an eye. Where are... Okay. Both V0R destroyers still south of B.
I mean, they got to make something happen here.
They got to make something happen, but they're going to have to push Dark Temple's Petro off of the A cap if this is going to work. They're moving BFK over there to join Maltese's Venezia.
Let's take a look at what Dank is looking at. Dank is looking at the Ohio, so he is going to work on getting 4th Chronicles down. 4th Chronicles broadside. Look at this salvo right through the gap.
That's a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, William's not going to get a whole lot out of it. Got about 8 or 9K there. It's a solid hit. Probably not what he was looking for.
Tap on the shoulder.
Yep. Just a little attention getter. Now, V0R is continuing to hold both their destroyers south of B. Zath, I feel like this is a mistake.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what they're trying to do is get in a position to reverse push the group at C. I don't know if that's going to pan out for them, though.
Well, you see 07 here reacting much quicker, right? Yes, they lost B, but they immediately had ships moving towards A. I think they're going to be able to pick up A. They've pushed Dark Temple off the cap, which is what they needed. His radar obviously has Reformed Gamer lit for the moment, but it can't last forever. 4 sees this happening, so they'll be reacting in a moment. BFK now.
On the 9.
Go.
Go ahead.
Nope.
9-10 line, we see the 2-on-3 still continuing.
Those 2 ships are costing 07 a tremendous amount of time. They honestly, I hate to see that they're still in that fight. In other words, they're still derping around with it. Both V0R destroyers now coming back to A, led by Renegades Smallland. They get a blind reset on Reform, or maybe they've got the Smallland radar on him. Nope, they got a blind reset on him. He's in Smallland radar range now if they want it. Keep an eye on V0R's view here. There we go. They've got Reformed lit on the surface now as both destroyers coming around the corner right in his face.
Comes the salve from Maltese on Renegade.
Oh, this could be catastrophic. They can't afford to lose Reformed right here, but so lots of shells going in on Renegade as well. Reformed now in a gunfight with the Marceau. I'm not sure he can win that. He does go dark. They no longer have eyes on Reformed. As BFK now steps onto the cap. That pauses the game. 07 now down about 170 points, 7 minutes to play.
Yep. Maltese trying to get in with his SAP rounds, just not connecting.
Renegade is still spotted, and they've shoved William. They're about to shove William and Business into the B cap. Nope, just William. Solid play here from William getting into the B cap. That's going to force V0R to make a decision. They can't.
Yep.
They probably can't defend both caps simultaneously. It's going to be it's going to be tough. BFK now. Go ahead.
Oh boy, BFK just took a big salvo right in the
from
face
the Ohio.
From the Ohio.
Yeah, big chunk from the Ohio as the Marceau continues to shell him. Basically for free. He's going to have to pull back out of there and see if he can find some cover. Dark Temple's Petro continuing to do really good work from the 1 line.
There's a radar to keep BFK lit.
Yep, all the radar going up. They smell blood. They know BFK's low. They know he just burned a heal. The Ohio, a little more chip damage, but not enough right there.
Overpen the bow, yeah.
Shells going in on the Marceau. He's giving up some HP. He's still in it. They reset William over in the B cap.
That Marceau's got to go if 07 wants a chance here.
Well,
at keeping BFK alive.
They're going to lose BFK. It's only a matter of time. Here come the shells that are going to do it.
Yeah. Beautiful salve from the Ohio.
The enemy is about to win.
So now, one of the things at 07 that cost them BFK and points that they really couldn't afford to lose. However, it's keeping these guys distracted. They had to rotate a bunch of ships over to A to stop that. Now they've managed to get into B, but I still hate Zath. They're still hung up on the 9 line over here.
I know. I was just going to comment on that. I mean, Jones is looking...
Jones has got his guns to the middle.
Yeah, Jones and Double are both looking middle. It looks like they just tasked John with messing with these two. But still, I mean, they need to... Double and Jones need to, like, get closer to the action, I feel.
The V0R destroyers are absolutely ruining this game for 07, and 07's inability to get them off the board at this point is a real critical problem that they haven't been able to solve yet.
Look at all the fire just coming in on Dank.
Yeah, they're just going to continually reset him all day. The small one can just sit back there and farm him for free because nobody can spot him. In fact, right now, William can't... Yeah, William is just lobbing HE over at Miani's Ohio.
Yep.
They might actually get him if this is a decent enough salvo. A lot of shells going in on him. Down to 4K.
Yeah.
They need these points, Sath. They need him bad.
That they do. They might get it.
He's burning now. They're going to get him. They do bag him.
Baby burn. Reformed Gamer now in a slap fight with the Marceau again at A.
But this time, can he win it? It needs a little support. He does bag it, but they trade. That's a trade 07 cannot afford. That's their last surviving destroyer. And I think it's only a matter of time before they're going to lose William. The small one is just farming him for free.
Yeah, Maltese had a decent salvo with the Venezia at the end. It just wasn't enough.
They've finally got eyes on Renegade as business swings out wide of the island to get eyes on Renegade.
Yep. Got to do something to stop that.
We've seen William survive crazy amounts of damage before from HE. Des Moines Shell's now going down range on Renegade. Renegade on 1,000 HP. They need this kill. They need this kill. They get it!
There you go.
Big kill from business as 07 moves out to a ship lead and narrows the gap to only 50 points with 3 minutes to play.
Now you can see Jones. It's almost like he heard me say they gotta get closer. He's starting to push up now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, Zath, the play now is at A. You see business going that way. Maltese has moved up a bit. I think they can get Temple off the board. If they can get Temple, they can steal A, and they need that cap.
Yep.
For the moment, William's still ticking up B. They're trying to make this Ohio's life miserable by getting in his face and making him do something other than shoot at William.
So it looks like John is actually the one that's distracting the Goliath and the Kleber on the 910 line. Oh, here comes Doubles with a salvo as well. Right through that island.
They're doing good work on Temple. Temple's down to 3,600 as business steps onto the A cap. William continuing to hold down the B cap, but he is going off the board right here.
There it is. That last salvo from Temple took him out.
They lose control of B, but they do take Dark Temples off the board. That gives them control of the A cap. So in a moment, right now, both teams ticking up a cap. Under 2 minutes to play. 07 trailing by about less than 50 points. They are going to cap A. That's going to allow them to start ticking up this gap, but is it going to come in time? Right now, they got to preserve their ships. They can't afford to lose a ship. They lose a ship, they're going to lose.
Yep. And you can see Jones put up the brakes. He stopped. Double is pushing forward now. This is when you want the battleship HP pool to start showing itself.
Yep. And they're going to be able to start... Go ahead.
John is getting ready to push as well and just keep these two guys bottled up in the corner.
Yep, they've got to keep the Goliath off of Jones's flank. Jones is the weak link in this chain at the moment. He's very far forward. Yep. He's fairly isolated. The Ohio trying to come around the corner to get into his face and put a salvo into his bow under 60 seconds. 07 now 24 points behind. If they catch and overtake V0R, it will happen in literally the last seconds of this match.
Talk about a nail biter. This is what you guys came to see.
This is coming
today.
right down to it, Zath. 12 points they trail. 35 seconds on the timer.
Jones going with the AP, trying to get that kill.
They have to keep Jones on the board. 4-point trails. We're about to have a lead change. 20 seconds in the match. Tied up. And right there, 07 has now the lead. There's 18 seconds left. Jones has to live 15 seconds.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
Time ticking
just took
away.
A big salvo in the face.
07 clinging to a 10-point lead. They have to live.
1 second.
And
they killed and they got a kill on Vor at the end.
They killed the Petro right at the last second. It didn't matter, but they did manage to turn things around right at the very end. 07 wins game 1. That was a great game, Zath.
Damn right it was.
Damn Skippy. I'm glad we picked 07.